Welcome back, interwebs. What up, Chain Gang? Gang Gang! Today we are studying arts and crafts. Let's make sure I don't get sued. Small disclaimer. Unless you are actually in a space prison, do not attempt anything that we are about to watch in the video today, because, just don't. It's not my fault what you do. Stop it. Today we are watching Making a Knife from a Milk Bottle by Ididathing. Ididathing has a wealth of content. This one is actually like a 4-year-old video or something like that, so I'm kind of excited to see one of his older ones. I will link the original in the description below. Please support it, as well as, if you want to give a little like and subscribe over here, I wouldn't be mad anyways, but that's okay if you don't want to. That's the end of the song. Clap! Also linked below is my Twitter, my Discord, as well as a link to join the membership if you would like to. Members, starting this week, are getting early access to all of my videos, as well as members-only content. So check out the Syndicate if you wanna, if you wanna. Don't gotta. You know what else, though? I was thinking about... Hey, roll the intro! This is really silly, but, like, a lot of my content idea of, like, what I wanted a lot of videos to feel like is, like, what if adults had, like... Here, let me click here. What if adults had, like, programming like you did when we were kids, where they're always like, oh, hey, it's Mr. This person that's doing this thing, except, run through a space prison. So, like, hey, Mr. Ididathing is gonna teach us how to make a knife. Again, don't really make it. Anyways, let's go. Don't throw me in the trash already. I just got here.
What? Excuse me, what are you...
Hello?
Excuse me, what are you doing? Oh, that's my garbage, give that back! Oi! Give that back! What are you doing?
I think I remember this from... Yeah, no, some dude in Parasocial stole my garbage. This was a very violating feeling.
Give that back!
How you going? Today,
I'm doing
going to
good.
be doing a garbage challenge, which I think I'm going to be pretty good at, because everything I make kind of...
Me too, because I'm still a piece of garbage. I fucking love those videos.
looks like garbage anyway. And I'm going to be doing this as a collaboration with a man that needs no introduction.
Hey man, what's up? How you doing? Good to hear from you.
Yeah, good man, good man. You ready
Hello?
to do this?
Yeah, dude, I'm really excited.
Definitely no introduction needed. I definitely know who this is. So you could comment below who it is if you wanted to prove that you knew, because I definitely know. Let's not fact check that, and let's continue watching the video.
Do you want to introduce me to your viewers or something?
Ooh, I kind of told them
I mean, do you even have to?
that you don't need an introduction.
Wait, is this?
Yeah?
That's cool. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Anyways, moving on. What do you?
Oh. Again, if anybody wanted to... Again, just to prove that you know. I need to know that you know, Chain Gang. It's not a question of whether I know. Clearly I know. What about you? Who the fuck is
What do you want to do for the rules?
Well, I was thinking, because we've said we were going to do a garbage challenge, we kind of have to keep it to actually using real garbage. So you can't like get a jet engine or like an electric motor and put that in your bin and say that that's garbage. It has to be kind of socially accepted that this is just general rubbish. And I was also thinking, because you're actually really good at making things, like you've got a CNC
I'm very
machine and stuff.
I'm so sorry. Welcome to Foxy's ADHD. I'll be your host. All hands and feet inside of the vehicle so you don't lose them in a tangent. Does it look to anybody else like Bowser is teabagging him? Just me? Unfortunate. Okay, moving on.
Stuff like that. Maybe you need a handicap, like you could blindfold yourself or maybe cut off a foot or something like that.
Cut off a... No.
No. What about something smaller like...
If he was dedicated, he would get the saw. Fun fact, I played Heavy Rain once off. This was before, like way before I was ever content creating. For those of you who do not want spoilers for Heavy Rain, please skip to a timestamp that I'll hopefully remember to put over here. Okay, time's up. Spoilers incoming. So that part in Heavy Rain where you had to like remove a finger, apparently it turns out there were a couple of different options for how to remove said finger. I found the hacksaw and just decided, oh, this will get the job done. My bad, Ethan. Hey, let's get back to the video.
Just a finger or something like that.
A finger.
No, dude.
Stop telling him to chop stuff off.
I'm not doing that.
Did you kidnap his son?
We have to make it even though, you know? You just cut off a little finger, just a little one. You've got...
Dude, I don't know where this is going, but I'm just not really feeling comfortable with the whole...
No, come on.
like,
They used to do it a lot in the olden times just to make it even, you know? You just cut off one finger. Otherwise, it's not going to be a fair competition.
The olden times? I'm not cutting off a finger. I'm not agreeing to this.
So once Joel agreed to cut off his...
I don't feel like this person is as dedicated to the content or as motivated to see it succeed. I think he's made that pretty clear. Commit to the bit by cutting off a bit.
his finger, it was time to start the challenge. And we are going to see who can create the best thing out of garbage. And
Is it
I say
me?
best in a very subjective way. You, the viewer, get to choose what best even means. It could be because you like the pumpkin in the corner of my video, or you think that Joel has a nice hat. Also...
Okay, so I'm getting that his name is Joel. Not that I didn't know before, but, you know, just a hint for you guys still trying to figure it out.
I want to know who has the better looking garbage, as that is something I pride myself in. So let's start
That's
by
yucky.
taking a look what's in my bin. And for
Oh,
some
this
reason, I'm
is the
feeling a bit
sensory
nervous. I just
nightmare.
talked up how good looking my trash is. I mean, I feel like I'm
Yucky.
showing you something very personal. And I can't really use
Robin!
any of this, as it's just stuff we haven't recycled properly, and food scraps, unless I kind of just make a bad meal or something.
Paper.
Alright, so onto my recycling, which is just full of newspapers. 12 down. The inability...
They still have newspapers in Australia or New Zealand. I think he's in Australia. TBH, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have vocalized my concern. Don't cancel me again. I'm too new. It's not fair.
to stay focused on a task. Oh, distracted. Milk bottles. Alright, so I've decided I'm going to do something with milk bottles. Mostly because my family drinks
Bottle
a lot of milk.
service.
Can you believe we go through this many milk bottles in just 1 hour?
Give me another one. I'm on a roll.
No, I don't know if I can believe
And there is
that.
something I've been wanting to try for a
But
while.
that kid is
and
pretty
it's just
funny.
so lucky I happen to be hoarding milk bottles for the past 2 months. Definitely not in preparation for this challenge. So my plan is to get the milk bottles and attempt to melt them down into big blocks, which I can then shape into like a bowl or a knife or a frisbee. So let's do this, and I'm going to start by cutting up the bottles into lots of small pieces.
I'm just gonna say, as somebody with chronic pain in their hands, I haven't decided whether like this pains me to watch or this is like some kind of weird like, oh, yeah, use those hands. Oh, yeah. Oh, that doesn't hurt you, does it? No, you're in no pain. I'm good. I'm fine. I'm fine.
And I still can't really believe that all these bottles contain the liquid from cow titties. Thank you so much, cows.
Cow
So this is what I'm
boobies.
going to do. I'm going to do a small test to see how the plastic actually melts down. And I'm going to
Okay,
attempt to
that's
melt it down in
clever.
the oven. Now apparently, when HDPE is heated at low temperatures, it doesn't produce any toxic fumes or anything.
I
which
hope
is
not.
why I'm risking my safety and my family's safety by doing it in the oven. Now, after
Burn-
adding more
oh,
plastic, I
oh.
created this plastic blob, which, when it
Oh.
hardened, kind of looks a bit like an egg, which isn't really usable unless I pretend that this is what I want. So,
I'm not hungry forever.
I'm going to give it a paint job and make it look real. And 12 hours later, we have a big, delicious egg. Can you tell which one is real? I can't.
Oh,
The first-
I have suspicions.
Useful
I mean,
thing
I have my
made from garbage
suspicions.
is food.
I
Alright, so
want
now I'm
an
going to try a
egg.
method which should hopefully involve less
That's
cancer
like baby
and less eggs,
Timkins.
and allow me to get a big workable piece of plastic. Apparently, a great way to heat the plastic up is in a sandwich press, because you can get uniform heating from the top and bottom, and then you can
Do
use the
people
press
have
as
sandwich
a press
presses
and let it dry
around?
in there.
Do you have a sandwich press? Should I get a sandwich press? Why don't I have a sandwich press? Should I be concerned? Anyways. Not that I need to melt plastic.
If you let it dry without a press, the plastic warps, and then when it cools down, you get a big piece of bent plastic, which is unusable. So,
Oh.
I'm going to cut up a bunch more bottles and try get a usable piece.
What?
And I can never seem to buy plastic gloves big enough for my stupid fat hands. And I know this sounds like a joke, but it really isn't. I live in constant fear that somebody is going to pass me a normal-sized object that is suddenly going to transform into a miniature model in my hands, making me look like a freak. So I'm going to...
I don't want... Let's not hand shame. I don't want him to feel like a freak. But also, I've never had these glove issues. My hands fit in everything. Wait, not... Did that come off sus? I didn't mean for that to come off sus.
attempt to make this like a cake, layer by layer. So
I
I'm
like
going to add one
cake.
layer and then let that melt down. Then I'm going to add another layer and let that melt down. And it's
Okay.
probably clear by now that I've never made a cake before. I made
Yeah,
brownies once, but I don't really talk about that. So then I'm going to attempt to fold it over and get all the bubbles out.
Bubble.
And these plastic gloves were a horrible idea. They do nothing against the heat. And they stay really
I was
hot.
actually thinking if you're melting plastic and you're using plastic gloves to protect you from the... Well, you see the problem. I don't know. I'm not the inventor. Go ahead. Go off, King.
And I don't know why I'm still using them. Then I decided to brown the plastic intentionally to give it a bit of flavour, and then add some blue bottle caps to make it pretty.
Petey.
Now I'm going to give it one final squeeze, turn off the sandwich press, then clamp it up and leave it to dry. And then hopefully we get a nice flat piece of
Good
egg-free
luck.
plastic. And now that it's
No
cool, let's
egg
take a
in the
look.
plastic.
And it looks pretty good.
Huh.
Besides the fact I somehow managed to get sawdust inside the plastic.
Ew.
Well, actually, maybe it's burnt milk. It smells kind of milky. It smells
Ew.
kind of delicious, actually. But it should still work. And this is really strong plastic.
That's
I was not
yucky.
expecting so much strength from milk. So
Okay,
the first
but
thing I'm
it
going to
does
attempt to
look
make
kinda pretty,
is a bread
though.
knife. And I'm going to be cutting it out on my little old bandsaw. And I don't know what it is about this
That's little. It's bigger than me.
bandsaw, but it really turns me on.
Oh.
Maybe it's its age.
I mean, if you're
maybe
into it,
it's
you're
its
into it. I support you, sir.
Or maybe it's the fact that it's still working, even though it should just give up and die.
What?
And I'm sure if this bandsaw could talk, it would have some amazing stories. Like that time it cut that thing that one time. But
Are we allowed to watch this?
regardless of the reason, it is definitely my favorite tool in the house.
Or Ryobi Sander belt thingy.
Alright, so the
no
knife is done.
stuff.
And I'm going to file it down and find an excuse to use my grinder so it doesn't feel bad.
If you guys had any idea how often
Alright, so
Foxy
this is how
Bro
the
had
knife
to
turned
explain
out,
tools
which looks
and
pretty good. Besides
general,
the fact that it
like,
has
day-to-day
dirt embedded
things
in
to
it.
me.
So I'm going to attempt to make one more
Shut
thing
up,
to
I know
redeem
what it
myself.
was.
And I also need to milk that YouTube watch time. And the thing I'm going to try and make is a plastic bowl.
Milk
And I
it!
figured it's just
I
a slightly
almost
not
said
flat surface, which I
that in
end
the
up doing by accident. So it
like
can't
it
be that
me,
hard.
but
And
don't.
I'm
No,
gonna
no,
try
no,
very hard
no,
to make
no.
it pretty
I will
this
not
time.
fall
So
for this.
I found this beautiful blue HDPE laundry container, which I was way too excited to find.
HTP.
Oh, yes.
I kind of wonder how they made it blue. Maybe blue dinosaurs, maybe? And I'm going to repeat the same
probably
process,
blue
making sure
dye,
to
but
burn
close
myself
enough.
in a very methodical way.
Oh, I want to play with it. Oh, no, I don't.
And the
I
great
forgot
thing
it's
about
very
wearing
hot, but it
plastic
looks
gloves
like
and
fun
getting burnt is
Play-Doh.
once you feel the heat, it is too late to stop it. And the gloves are already hot, and they'll stick to you and burn
They
you.
stick to you?
So, then once I've heated it up, I'm going to clamp it in between these two bowls, and hopefully
Oh,
it'll
God.
take the shape. And I never have a proper plan. In my head, I imagined it flopping beautifully onto the bowl, and then me elegantly closing it up in the press in a couple of seconds. But in fact, it just took a lot longer, and I burnt myself again, and then I couldn't get enough pressure on it in time to make it take the shape.
Oh,
And it didn't work properly.
I
So, I'm
feel
gonna
so
try
bad for him.
again. Round 2.
He's trying so hard, you
Nice.
guys.
And that worked really,
Foods.
really well. Besides the part where I get cancer in 2 years. And round 3.
Oh,
And
right.
every
You just
time I
cooked
do
a
this,
bunch of
I'm
fucking
getting more
plastic
and more
on that.
scared.
But the
I feel like
sandwich
I'm
looked
making
delicious.
something out of napalm. One slip, and it'll stick to me and burn my whole body off.
Oh, no.
But this one turned out pretty nice.
Oh, thank
and it looks
God.
a bit like a bowl, although it is a little wrinkly. It looks a bit like a scrotum.
Well,
So I'm just going to clean it up.
not
and polish
everything
it
is
make it look
has
a
to be
little less
perfect.
scrotumy. And now that
Roll
I've
that
sanded it
beautiful
and inhaled my
grinding
fair share of
footage.
plastic, I'm going to try and polish it in a way that could potentially ruin the whole
The
bowl.
idea of
So
sanding
placing it
something
over an
sounds so
open flame,
painful.
which I'm hoping is going to remelt the surface, which will mean it'll be nice and flat and shiny. But I
Good
don't really know
luck.
'cause I've
Don't
never
burn
tried it.
yourself again. Why aren't you
And that
wearing
worked out really
heat-resistant
well.
gloves?
The bowl looks way better than the knife. It almost looks as though it's made out of blue marble or porcelain or something. And I'm
Okay,
pretty
but
happy
that
and
actually
relieved.
looks
I thought
fancy.
for a moment I was just going to be stuck with
I don't think it'll help me get out of prison, and I don't really think they use a lot of plastics in space. At least not that kind of plastics, because it would squish. But it's still neat.
scrotum bowl. And I'm going to stop saying scrotum. So let's
Are
go try my
you?
new plastic utensils out.
I don't know if I believe
And
you.
The knife barely cuts bread.
But it did it, though!
But the bowl does manage to hold bread, which is pretty
Well-
amazing and much better than my other bowls.
Obviously.
Also, this bowl makes a nice bowl. My other bowl.
Why are you such a failure, Bull? Do your job! I help.
Also, this bowl makes a nice bowl holder. It's kind of like a stubby holder, but for bowls. A bowl holder.
Well, for hot ramen, though, because
So
I
now that
don't
I've
know if
wasted
you'd
enough
want to
of
eat
your
it out of
precious
that.
time,
You
go
might
head
get
over to Joel's channel
sickly.
and subscribe to him. He
Joel
is actually
Create.
amazing
Okay.
at making things, and he doesn't burn
Guys.
himself the whole time.
Now we know
And
who
then
that
while you're over
is.
there, go
I
take a
mean,
look at
I
his
always
garbage
knew
challenge
who
and
that
decide who
was.
wins, and then let us know in
Stop
the comments.
questioning me.
Also, if you do
I'm
comment
the
that Joel
boss.
wins and your comment disappears, I just thought you should know that YouTube has been acting really weird and glitchy recently. It is really something they need to sort out.
It is very
Thank
strange.
you so much for watching. If you like that, please subscribe and check
odd.
out some of my other stuff.
Ah, na, 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 na. Oh, he probably didn't need my help with the theme song. Oh well, he got it anyways. Alright, chain gang, that was Making a Knife from a Milk Bottle by Ididathing. As always, the original video is linked below. It's down there. Go click on it, or you'll make me sad. Just do it. Support the original. It's nice of you. If you're still here and you enjoyed yourself, please like and subscribe. I appreciate it. It goes a long way. And